Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again. We are going NASCAR style with some evlog action. This week, subbing in for Monadnock Speedway, we are going to be actually heading up to Slinger Speedway, world's fastest, looking up at the sky, quarter mile. And we are going to be heading out with obviously our Mac and heading up there. It's about a 13-hour drive. It's here on Friday now. Race is on Saturday. It's 150 laps at Slinger. Now, I've not been to Slinger yet, but it is a quarter mile. High banks kind of remind me of Monadnock, so I figured that was going to be the best option. So that's where we're going to be this weekend. Only one race. I know, I can't believe it, right? You guys got spoiled with 3 last week. We're going to hop in the truck, and we will see you guys when we get a little bit closer. All right, it has been a pretty smooth journey besides being sideswiped by a truck trying to make an exit. We got about an hour and a half while we still, oh my gosh, make our way up to Milwaukee. Why is it 38 miles per hour through here? Oh my goodness, slow down. Oh, we're going through like the gut of Chicago. We couldn't have found a way around. Okay, well, I guess not. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're going to go through the heart of Chicago, I guess, on our way up. Which is going to slow us down a little bit. But, like I was telling everybody in the drive up here, we're going to Monadnock Speedway this weekend for the real-life race of the Whelen Modified Tour, which is very exciting. So we're at the point of the drive where we chit-chat a little bit about what happened last week. Now, last week was a crazy one. We were at Dover Motor Speedway with the NASCAR Xfinity Series for 200 laps on Saturday, and then we very quickly drove up to Manchester to get the hauler to bring down our SK Modified and our Open Modified, which is like one of our Whelen cars. It's our original. This one's our newer one. And we went to Stafford for the Sizzler weekend. Now, unfortunately, I filmed these things beforehand, so if a race happens to get rained out, I don't have enough time to kind of react. So, the Open was fine and dry for me. It was actually rained out, the 100-lap Open. Oh my God! I slammed on the brakes as much as I could. Why would you stop? It was a yellow light. I wasn't even firing that quickly, and you slammed on your brakes. Are you kidding me? Yeah, back up into the spot. Idiot. Bye. It's not our day. If you haven't been able to guess, it's not our day. And now I'm feeling like this is an omen for the race. Now that's going to be in my head. Great. So, yeah. We, last week, so we had that. So we had 3 races, really. So let's start with the Xfinity Series at Dover. Now, I love Dover. We had been going there for 3 years prior. Year before, it was the Xfinity. 2 years prior to that was both for the Truck Series. Now, unfortunately with Truck Series, we were dominating the race on both of those, and at both events, we're taken out by a lapped car. Yep. So that sucked majorly. And then last year, we won it in the ARCA Series, which was awesome. It was very validating. And I was like, okay, we've been having a lot of luck in the Xfinity Series as of late. It's been a lot of fun to race that division. Let's do it. So we go out there, and I'm telling you, the setup that I was using, it made the track feel like butter. I know, I talked about it at the beginning. Old trailer model doesn't like to interact with anything around it, so it bottoms out a lot. So it was like on rails. The thing was fast. I was having a really good time with it. We led almost all of the race. We won all the stages, and we did end up winning the race, but I didn't think I was actually going to win it at the end. Everybody came to play for the last, like, 8 laps. So that was hard and very stressful. One thing that I hate, and I know it's going to come up in a comment eventually, somebody's going to watch the video and be like, oh, I can't believe it. 7th on back was a lap down. Why wouldn't you make it harder? I've gotten those before. So if you notice, it is harder. The top cars are no more than 3 seconds behind me. I am not lapping the whole entire field. The reason only 6 or 7 cars were still on the lead lap is that there were so many cautions that took out so many cars. We had so many cautions, kind of like the actual Xfinity race, that it messed up everything. So it was pretty intense. It was actually really neat. It was really a cool victory. And we're like, okay, great momentum for the weekend. Let's head up to Stafford for the Sizzler. So we missed, obviously, the first day because the first day is on Saturday and then on Sunday. But on Sunday's the important ones. It's our first race in the SK Modified series, as well as the 100-lap Open that I was very excited for. We went out for the SK Modifieds, won our heat, and we ended up actually winning the race. I was very surprised. I've got to really kind of tweak that. I really didn't think after winning the championship last year we're going to come right out and win the first one this year. So I've got there's some work that I need to do for the realism of that league, just a little bit more. So I'm going to keep on working on that, I promise. And then we also had the Open. Now the Open was fine. The problem is I could not get the car to stick to the track at all. I was having a lot of trouble with the back end kicking out. And I think I was in 4th or so, still fighting all of that control issue, and ended up getting into the wall in the backstretch, which just didn't put me into a good spot. It really kind of slowed me down. I don't want to go 20 off the exit. It looked really steep. I didn't know if it was there at first. So yeah, we ended up getting to the wall and kind of got taken out and took ourselves out, really. Got off the nose of somebody else and spun on the front stretch. From there, after the restart, I got a little too aggressive too quick. Ended up getting loose in turn 2 and ended up slamming into the wall, ripping the right front tire off of the car. Day done, not even halfway. So a win, and a DNF. So that sucked. I'm not saying I wanted 3 wins, but I'm at the point where I just want to finish races. So Monadnock is not a spot that we can park on the infield, so let's find a spot out here to fit our Featherlight. You know, because again, a lot of these people use goosenecks. We're using obviously a full-on rig. Oh, if this was flatter, I could actually kind of park myself there, but cross the bridge, watch the swing. Where do I want to be? I don't know. We're leading the points, but that doesn't exactly matter. This one's definitely a first come, first serve kind of situation. Tell you what, we'll do right over here. I know it's kind of just lining up, but I'm like, what else am I going to do? So Slinger is going to be the same way as Monadnock. It's going to be parked on the outside the best that we possibly can. So I'm going to pull myself up. And back ourselves up. Something like that. That's all we needed to do. All right, well, we are up here at Slinger Speedway. It's going to be a good time. Like I said, gates open up at 10 o'clock tomorrow for us to unload and get ourselves out on the track. We got, I think, a half an hour or an hour practice before we head out for the actual 2-lap qualifying and the race. So fingers are crossed, hoping to do good. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. Just going to get on up, get ourselves into bed, and rest after such a drive. We'll see you guys then. Good morning from Slinger Speedway, everybody. It is 10 a.m. It is time for us to unload and get ourselves out there for practice. Well, get ourselves, tuned up, then out to practice. So I'm very excited about this race. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm excited to be at a quarter mile, be able to stretch our short track racing legs. At least I hope. Yesterday felt like a bad omen with the 2 accidents trying to get up here with that car stopping in front of us and that truck trying to make an exit. So fingers are crossed that it's going to go well. So let's get unloaded and let's head out for practice. I'll see you guys afterwards. All right, we are back from practice. Oi. Okay, so we're about 14th. Now, as somebody who's been so dominant, it's humbling, but it's also frustrating because I can't figure out what is wrong. I don't usually necessarily use the default setups that come with iRacing. Once in a while I do with a couple adjustments here and there. Now, problem is with an unadjusted iRacing setup here for Slinger, the gear ratio and the steering ratio are completely off. With the gear ratio, by the time you get to the throttle, if you are in second gear, because Modifieds only have 2, it feels like it's bogging out in the corner. So I had to mess with the gear ratio there to be able to bring that to life. Sorry, I have a Layla here who's just loving the attention right now. So we had to work with that. I had to work with that, the steering ratio. I think we spun out twice, just trying to get what we can. And 14th's not bad, and I think we can work off of that. But I'm not super confident in this weekend, but I'm going to try to keep my head up anyways. So let's head out for our 2-car qualifying here for the Whelen Modified Tour here at Slinger. And let's see if we might be able to improve a little bit. No. We are starting, what did we start, 23rd? Well, starting 23rd or 24th. There's 26 of us. We're so far to the back, maybe even 22nd. I can't remember. It's not where I want to be. I'm still not feeling like I got enough horsepower from the car. And I feel like, unfortunately, the AI is a little broken with this track. So I'm going to just try to cruise around, do the best that I can for this afternoon race here at Monadnock Speedway, and just really, I'm going to hope for the best. So we'll see you guys after 150 laps here at Slinger Speedway. Well, we finished the race. It wasn't a DNF, but we finished, I believe, 24th out of 26 cars. I could not get the car to speed. I could not get it to go fast enough. Then we ended up having an issue that, you know, I think we had 3 incidents that we were involved with. I can't even remember at this point. I know at one point there was a car on top of us. I know at one point we got ran over. We tried our best to stay out of the way, but literally this track is big enough for 2 cars, and that's it. So, a very frustrating day, and I'm very frustrated with the fact knowing that we are supposed to be coming back here twice, 2 more times this year. And this is supposed to be like my home. This is supposed to be like my home track. So, unfortunately, you don't win them all, but I was hoping for at least a mediocre day. This felt very low. So, unfortunately, I'm sorry that, you know, this wasn't an exciting one. We've crashed out before, but it felt better than this. This one just didn't feel right. So, sucky on that, unfortunately, to come all the way up here and have that. But, again, we still have the points lead. You know, we've won 3 of the 4. I can't really complain. I believe our next stop of the Whelen Modified Tour is going to be filling in for Riverhead. Just checking here. Yes, and we're going to be going to Nashville. So I'm very excited about that because we've kicked some butt at Nashville before. So I'm hoping maybe for a redemption story. But it is time for us to get back on the road and head back down to Charlotte. Only 1 race this week. 2 races next week, but again, I don't know if it's going to be with the Xfinity Series or the ARCA Series. It's going to be a surprise. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.